Hi mga kawamat, in this video we will discuss circles. In this video, we will define, identify, and name the terms related to the circle. We have the radius, diameter, chord, center arc, and the central angle. We will also identify and illustrate congruent and concentric circles. So I have here a given set of objects and I want you to look at the objects and tell what is common among these pictures. So they're all circles. Let's talk about circle and its parts. So a circle is the set of all points. So pag sinabi nating set of all points, meron po yung infinite number of points on the circle. Okay? Again, on the circle. So we have the set of all points on the circle in a plane at a given distance. A given distance, saang distance? From the center, yung given point, from the given point to the radius. So, ito yung given point ninyo, ito yung center to the radius. So, ito, kapag meron ka nitong center and then yung distance nito from your center to the given point on the circle, kahit anong point dyan, ito po yung tinatawag nating radius. Okay? So, the circle is named using its center. So, halimbawa po ito, itong circle natin, since ang center po natin dito ay A, so this is circle A. Yun po ang kanyang name. Now, a radius of a circle is a line segment from the center to any point of the circle. Pag sinabi nating radius, it is a line segment. Segment lang po siya. Pag sinabing segment, meron siyang dalawang endpoints. Okay? So, that's why it is a segment. So, asan yung two endpoints niya? So, it is from the center, ayun ang sabi, to any point of the circle. So, kanina nakita nyo na nandito yung mga points ng circle. So, from the center to any points on the circle. So, ito po, halimbawa ito. So, therefore, we have two radius. So, kapag meron tayong dalawang radius, ibig sabihin, raday na po yun. This is the plural form. So, we have AR, okay, segment AR, this is one of the radius, and then segment AT. So, from the center to any point on the circle. From the center to any point on the circle. So, that's why we have AR and segment AT. Okay, so we have two endpoints kapag radius po. This is your first endpoint and this is the second one. Next, a chord of a circle is a line segment whose endpoints lie on the circle. So, pag sinabi naman natin chord, ang endpoint niya ay naglalay doon sa circle. Diba nandito po yung mga points natin kanina, yung pinakita ko kanina. So, ang chord, masasabi lang natin siyang chord kapag yung dalawang endpoints niya ng segment mo ay nasa circle. So, halimbawa ito, and then yun. So, this is a chord. Okay? And then this one, and this one, ito rin ay point, so this is a chord. Basta ang dalawang endpoints niya nandito sa circle. So, ito, we have segment SR and segment TR. Now, if you will be naming your chord like segment RS, pwede rin po yun. Or segment RT. Okay? So, we have two chords in the given figure, the segment SR and segment TR. And then, what is a diameter? So, a diameter of a circle is a chord. So, take note, a diameter is a chord. Why? Because a diameter, meron din po siyang dalawang endpoints. Okay? So, ang pinagkaiba niya lang, ano lang difference niya dito? Ito po ay chord, isang klase ng chord na kung saan it contains the circle. I mean the center. So, dumadaan po siya sa center. So, halimbawa ito, di ba meron po tayong dalawang chord. Dito sa dalawang chord na to, kasi a diameter is a chord. So, dito sa dalawang chord nito, alin dito yung dumaan sa center? It contains the center daw po. So, we have this. Okay? We have this chord. So, this will be your diameter. So, we have segment TR. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin ang pinagkaiba nila, ang diameter po ay chord. So, lahat ng ito, lahat ng lines, or line segment na ang endpoints niya nasa circle, lahat po yun ay chord. Okay? Now, kapag yung chord na yon ay dumaan sa center, that is a diameter. Name the following. So, name the circle. So, tingnan po natin kung anong name. Makikita po natin yan sa gitna. So, this is circle N. Identify all the diameters. So, pag sinabi nating diameters, it pass through the center. So, dumadaan siya sa gitna. It contains the center. So, we have segment EM. Ayan, dumaan siya sa gitna. And segment SI. So, yun po yung ating diameter. Identify all radii. So, radii, ibig sabihin marami tayong radius dito. So, we have from the center to any point of the circle. So, from the center, we have 4. So, we have segment NS, segment NM, segment NI, and segment NE. Kasi pag sinabi nating radius, from the center to any point on the circle. Next, we have chords. So, identify all the chords. Pag sinabi natin chords, ang endpoints niya nasa circle. Okay? Nandito po. So, we have segment EM, segment SI, and segment SL. So, lahat ng endpoints niya nasa circle. Ayun. And this one. Okay? So, as you can see, si segment EM at si segment SI na kay diameter din. Right? Kasi nga po, a diameter is a chord. Okay? A diameter is a chord. Kaya kung mapapansin niyo yung diameter nasa chord din. Alright? Now, ang pinagkaiba nga lang po ni diameter, ito, it pass through the center. It contains the center. Let's talk about the arcs of a circle. So, an arc of a circle is 2 points on the circle and the continuous part of the circle between the 2 points. The 2 points are called the endpoints of the arc. So, yung kapag meron po tayong arc, yung endpoints po niyan, yun po yung pwedeng segment, chord, or radius po na makikita natin sa circle. So, I have this figure. Let us define this tree. A semicircle is an arc of a circle whose endpoints are the points of the diameter. Okay, so pag sinabi nating semicircle, ito po yung ang endpoints niya ay yung endpoints ng diameter mo. So, halimbawa, ito po ay diameter, right? So, ang semicircle po natin is this one. Okay, so we have arc SL. Ayan, arc SL. Kung 2 points lang po ang given. So, let's say, wala po si M, wala po si I. So, you can make use of 2 points. Pwede po natin yan gamitin kung wala pong points dito sa pagitan nila. Okay? Pero since meron, para mas okay kasi na ininame po natin ang semicircle using 3 points. So, bihira po na halimbawa wala itong M at I. So, ang semicircle mo, SL. 2 points lang talaga yon. So, since meron namang points in between them, gagamitan po natin siya ng points in between them, SML. So, yun po yung ating semicircle. Or, ma'am, pwede po bang SIL? Yes, kasi dun din siya papunta. SIL. So, ibig sabihin, eto siya. Okay? So, para mas madaling tandaan, ano ba ang semicircle? It is half of the circle. Okay? So, pwede rin pong SEL. Ayan. SEL, pwede rin pong SIL. So, marami pong pwedeng paraan. Okay? So, SEL, SML, or SIL. Pwede po yun. And then, for minor arc, kung ang semicircle ay half of the circle, ang minor arc po, it is smaller than a semicircle. So, ibig sabihin, it is less than half. Okay? So, mas maliit siya dun sa kalahati. So, halimbawa po ito. Okay? So, halimbawa po ito, we have arc SM. Pwede rin pong ito. So, mas maliit siya sa semicircle. Arc MI. Or pwede rin pong arc IL. Okay, so meron pa po dito. Marami pong pwede. Okay, so I'm just giving you a few examples. Now, tatandaan that when we are naming a minor arc, you can make use of two points. Pwede rin po 3 points. Okay, 3 points kung merong points in between them. Pero kung wala naman, pwede na po ang 2 points. That's why we can name a minor arc using 2 or 3 points. So, 2 points kapag meron siyang points in between. Okay, so halimbawa, SMI. So, SMI, arc SMI is also a minor arc. Why? Kasi less than half siya. Less than, smaller than a semicircle siya. Okay? Pero doon, sa binigay ko na yon na arc SMI, 3 points ang ginamit ko. Right? So, you can name the minor arc using 2 or 3 points. So, pwede pong arc SMI. Pwede rin arc MIL. So, this is still a minor arc kasi less than half siya ng semicircle. Less than half siya ng circle. Okay? And then, we also have the major arc. So, your major arc is an arc which is larger. Larger naman ito. Kung ito ay smaller, ito po ay larger. So, when we are naming a major arc, we always use 3 points. So, hindi po pwedeng 2 points dito. So, 3 points po. So, we have arc SME. So, tingnan nyo po yung direction SME. Pag ganun siya. So, lumampas siya sa kalahati ng circle mo. So, that is already a major arc. Another example, arc SEI. So, simula dito hanggang dito. So, more than half siya or more than half siya or larger than a semicircle siya. So, this is already a major arc. Another, ILS. So, from here, ILS hanggang dito. So, it's still more than half. Larger than a semicircle. So, this is a major arc. Next, how about the angles of the circle? So, a central angle is an angle whose vertex is the center of the circle. So, pag sinabi nating central angle, from the word central, okay? So, ibig sabihin center. Okay? So, eto yung center mo. Kapag ang vertex niya ay yung center, that is considered a central angle. So, halimbawa po ito. We have here, your center is N. So, this is circle o N. So, your center is N. So, kapag we will be using this as your vertex, so we have angle S and M. So, ginamit ko yung center ko as my vertex, S and M. So, angle S and M is a central angle. So, tatandaan na ang central angle, ang vertex niya po is your center. So, angle S and M. Now, from your angle, makakabuo po tayo dyan ng intercepted arc. Kung ano yung endpoints ng arc mo, yun po yung side that contains that point, yung endpoint. So, halimbawa, ito, angle S and M, ito po yung intercepted arc niyan. Okay. So, we have arc SM. Now, if you will be asked to find the measure of arc SM, paano po natin makukuha yung arc measure niyan? So, pag may M, measure po ang hinahanap. So, paano po natin makukuha ang measure ng arc SM, yung intercepted arc, kapag meron po tayong angle. So, ito po yung central angle mo. So, let's say, this angle is 50 degrees. Now, always remember na itong buong circle na to, yung measure po ng arcs na to, yung buo is 360. Okay? 360 po. So, kung meron ka pong central angle, paano po natin makukuha itong intercepted arc? Tatandaan na kapag central angle po, ang measure po ng intercepted arc niya ay kung ano po ang measure ng angle. Okay? So, the measure of the angle is equal to the measure of the intercepted arc. O, the measure of the intercepted arc is equal to the measure of your central angle. Okay? So, therefore, the arc measure of this is also 50. Okay, so naintindihan. So pag sinabi nating central angle, ang vertex nasa gitna. Para makuha mo yung sukat ng intercepted arc ng central angle mo, it is always equal to the measure of the angle. So your intercepted arc is 50. Next, we also have the inscribed angle. Pag sinabi nating inscribed angle, ito naman yung ang vertex niya is on the circle. Pag on the circle, ito po siya. Okay? So, on the circle, ang vertex niya nasa gilid. Ito po. Okay? So, kung ang vertex niya ay nandito on the circle, yun po yung tinatawag nating inscribed angle. At yung sides niya will be the chords of the circle. So, diba, ito, this is a chord. Ito, this is a chord. And then, yung vertex niya nandun sa circle. So, ito po, si angle ISL is considered an inscribed angle. So, ISL is considered an inscribed angle. Why? Kasi po yung sides niya ay chords ng circle. At yung vertex niya ay point on the circle. Okay? So, we have angle ISL as our inscribed angle. Now, how are we going to find the measure or the arc measure of this intercepted arc? Okay? So, paano natin makukuha ito? So, let's say this is So, paano natin makukuha yung intercepted arc? Okay? So, kapag inscribed angle, ang intercepted arc po is twice the measure of your angle, of your inscribed angle. Again, kung ang central angle is equal, yung intercepted arc niya, pag inscribed angle, ang measure po ng intercepted arc natin ay twice the measure of the angle. So, kung ang intercepted na arc natin ay IL, so, and then, kukunin natin ang measure nun. So, twice. So, kung ito ay 30, therefore, this is 60. Okay? So, this intercepted arc is 60. So, let us try. So, I have here, what is the measure of MO? So, ito po yung MO natin. So, sabi ko nga, itong buo na to, this is 360. Okay? So, kung ito po ay equal dito, so, ibig sabihin, ito, equal dito. So, 60 rin to. So, ito, ano ito? Paano natin makukuha? So, pwede mong gamitin yung dito, yung angles lying on the same line. So, ito po dapat ay 180, right? So, para makuha mo si ito, yung intercepted arc mo na MO, dapat alam mo yung measure nito. So, ito po dapat ay 180 kasi half yan. So, 50 plus 60, 110. 180 minus 110, so therefore this is 70. So, ibig sabihin, ang intercepted arc mo, since central angle ito, ay equal dun sa measure ng angle. So, therefore, this is also 70. Next, so if this is 70, what is the measure of this arc? So, this is, since this is 60, this is 60. And then for ML, we have ML, arc ML. So, kung ito po ay 70, ito ay 60, therefore, your arc ML is, the measure of arc ML, we have 130. And then for SML, ito na po, half. SML, so what is the arc measure of SML? So, we have 180. How about arc measure of SOI? Hanggang dito. SOI. So, dito po tayo. So, ano po yan? That is, kung ito po ay 180 na, and this one is nakuha na natin kanina, 60, or pwede naman ito, twice ng measure ng angle, so 60. So, 180 plus 60, that is 240. Let's talk about the secant and tangent of a circle. So, we have the secant and tangent of a circle. Okay, so, we have a secant of a circle is a line that intersects the circle in 2 points. So, kapag nakita po natin na meron tayong line na in-intersect niya yung 2 points ng circle, halimbawa po ito po yung line mo, Tapos, ito ay 2 points ng circle. Nasa circle siya, right? So, ito po, pag in-intersect siya ng line, then this is what we call the secant. Okay? So, your secant here is line ML. So, as you can see, ang symbol po natin, hindi na po segment, ha? It is already a line. Okay? So, yun po ang pinagkaiba niya sa chord. That's why, a secant contains a chord. Yes. Okay? Bakit? Kasi ito, si ML mo, ito po, chord po ito. Okay? Yun nga lang, pag sinulat mo yan into symbols, ang igagamitin mo yung segment na symbol, hindi po line. So, yun po ang pinagkaiba nila. Pero sabi ko nga, a secant contains a chord. Kasi ayan po, may chord din po yan dyan. Okay? So, your secant is a line. So, ito na po ang symbol natin dyan. So, we have line ML. And then, a tangent of a circle is a line lying on the same plane that intersects the circle in exactly 1 point. So, ito naman po, ito rin po ay line. Line lying. Nakadikit siya dun sa circle mo. Bakit? Kasi meron siyang in-intersect na 1 point. So, this is your tangent. Okay? So, this is your tangent. As you can see, nag-intersect siya dun sa isang point ng circle. Okay, so we have, our tangent is line L. Okay, so our tangent here is line L. So this is your tangent. Now, meron tayong tinatawag na point of tangency. So pag sinabing point of tangency, ito yung point na tinamaan ng tangent line mo. So kung ito yung tangent line mo, saang point siya tumama? Sa point E. So that is the point of tangency. Next, let's talk about the congruent and concentric circles. So, ano bang pinagkaiba nitong dalawa na to? Pag sinabi natin congruent circles, these are two or more circles having the equal radius. So, ibig sabihin, pareho ng sukat ng radius. So, halimbawa po, I have this circle with the given center. So, ang radius niya ay 4 cm. So, ito po yung radius natin. Radius number 1. Okay? Radius 1. And then, my second circle is this. So, meron akong circle C with a radius of 4 cm also. So, ito po yung second radius natin. Now, kapag ang radius po nila ay equal, so dito sa first circle mo, ang radius niya ay 4 cm. Sa second circle mo, ang radius niya ay also 4 cm. So if the two radius are equal, so based dito sa given figures natin or illustrations, pareho silang 4 cm, then dun po natin pwedeng sabihin that these two circles are congruent circles. So as long as they have equal radius, pareho sila ng sukat ng radius, kahit pa nasan yung radius na yan. Kahit pa nandito yan, o nandito yan, o nandyan yan, basta pareho po ng sukat ng radius, ng measure, ibig sabihin, they are congruent circles. Next, when we say concentric circles, these are two or more coplanar circles sharing the same center. So, halimbawa, meron ako ditong first circle. Okay? Ito yung first circle mo. So, ito po yung center. We have here circle A. Ang center natin ay A. So, ang sukat po ng radius natin, yung unang radius natin ay 2 cm. Now, meron akong pangalawang circle. So, meron akong circle A ulit. So, pareho sila ng center. Ang sukat naman ng radius nito ay 3 cm. So, ito po yung second radius natin. Now, kung titingnan natin yung dalawang circles natin, pareho sila ng center. Okay? So, pareho sila ng center pero magkaiba ng sukat. Okay. So, ano ba yung tinatawag natin concentric? Ito po yun. Pag sinabi natin concentric, ito po yung pareho sila ng center. Pareho silang, ang center ay A. So, ayun po ang sabi doon. Sharing the same center. So, pareho silang ang center ng A. Pero magkaiba po sila ng sukat ng radius. Okay? So, yung first circle mo at yung second circle mo, magkaiba po ng sukat ng radius. So, ito po ay 2 centimeters. Ito po ay 3 centimeters. So, as you can see, they are coplanar. Pag sinabi natin concentric circles, coplanar po yan. Same center with different radius. So, as you can see, the measure of your second radius is greater than the measure of your first radius. Let's try. So, identify each of the following as related to the given circle. So, identify if it's a chord as the center, the point of tangency, name the arc, if it's a diameter, if it's a radius. Let us check. So, point S, that is a center. That is a chord. So, PE, ito po yung PE natin. So, this is, ito lang po. So, ma'am, bakit hindi po siya secant? Okay, bakit hindi siya secant? Kasi po, ang symbol po natin dito is just a line segment. So, chord lang po siya. Okay, baka magkamali po kayo. Ang ilagay nyo, ay ma'am, line siya. So, ibig sabihin secant yan. No. Kasi po, ang symbol po niya na ginamit dito ay segment. Hindi po siya line. Okay, yun po ang pinagkaiba niyan. Next, EK. So, ito po yung EK natin. So, that is a diameter. SE, so from the center to the point on the circle, that is radius. And then AK, this is your AK, so this is a chord. AP, so dumaan siya sa center. It contains the circle. So, I mean the center. So, it's diameter. Angle PSE. Angle PSE, so the vertex is your center. So, that is central angle. Your K is, ito yung in-intersect ng tangent line mo. So, therefore, this is the point of tangency. And then, angle PAK. So, yung angle PAK natin, ang vertex niya is on the circle. Ang sides niya are chords. Okay? So, ang sides niya, so therefore, this is an inscribed angle. Angle APE. APE. So, ganun ulit. Ang vertex niya is on the circle. Ang sides niya ay chords. So, this is again an inscribed angle. So, we have arc PKA. So, we have, this is a semicircle. Arc PE. So, arc PE, this is a minor arc. Arc AKP. I mean, KAP pala. Arc KAP. So, ibig sabihin, paikot. Okay? So, KAP. So, lumampas siya sa kalahati. That is a major arc. And then, we have here line. So, this is a line already. Line PE. So, this is a secant. And then, we have line LK. Okay? So, we have line LK. This is a tangent. Now, again ha, ang pag-name po ng line, you can use 2 points or yung kagaya ng example natin kanina, yung script letter. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para updated kayo for more video tutorials. This is your guide in learning your math lessons, your Wow Math channel.